Namaskaraha. I'm Archana Murthy and welcome to another episode from Astro Science, where we explore Vedic astrology in a way that's authentic, relatable and rooted in tradition. I have been studying Vedic astrology for many years, learning how the positions of the stars and planets influence our lives. Over time, I have realized that astrology isn't just about predictions, it's about understanding the natural cycles around us and how they shape our world. Today I'm excited to share with you one of the most ancient and most important concepts in astrology, the Yuga. You have probably heard that we are living in Kali Yuga or seen these massive numbers like 4,32,000 years and wondered what does that really mean? But before we rush into calculations and cosmic calendars, let's pause. Let's go way back to the origin of the word itself, because originally Yuga didn't mean an era or an age. It came from Yugma, meaning a pair, like day and night, inhale and exhale. Our rishis observed life in pairs. This idea of duality, deeply embedded in Vedic thought, was the seed that later grew into the concept of Yuga. Over time, the simple observation of natural pairs evolved into a deeper understanding of time as a cycle, rhythmic, repeating and meaningful. And that's where our story begins. So how did this idea of duality evolve into the grand concept of Yugas? That's what I have tried to simplify and share with you in this 3-part series. In this first part, we will trace the origin of the word Yuga and what it meant in the Vedic context. Part 2 will explore the 4 main Yugas, and in part 3, we will connect it all back to astrology. Let's start with the Vedas, where the word Yuga appears but not as a 4-age cycle. Back then, Yuga simply meant a moment of transition, a sacred turning point. Our rishis observed the world closely. They noticed that life moves in patterns, opposites that complete each other, day and night, light and darkness, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Each pair wasn't just a division, it was a part of a rhythm. And this rhythm, this recurring pattern is what slowly expanded into the idea of time cycles. In those early times, time wasn't measured in years, it was felt through motion of the sun, the moon and the stars. Sunrise to sunset, Amavasya to Purnima, one solstice to the next. These weren't one-time events, they repeated. They formed Rita, the natural order. And this gave birth to the earliest form of the Yuga, not about moral decline or cosmic destruction, but about recurrence. Time wasn't seen as a straight line, it was a circle, a pulse, always returning. This was a cyclical worldview of Sanatana Dharma. Let me simplify it. Think of a day. Morning and evening are opposites, but both are essential. Similarly, in our ancient understanding, time itself was seen as pair of opposites. As our understanding deepened, these natural cycles gave rise to more structured time units, lunar months, solar months, nakshatra-based years, and eventually yugas. Over time, the concept of Yuga evolved from simple dualities to describe long spans of time governed by certain qualities or dharmic tendencies. The Rig Veda, one of our oldest scriptures, uses the word Yuga a few times, but interestingly, not in the context of a 4-age cycle like Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali. In those early references, Yuga still pointed to a significant moment, a turning point, a cycle, a sacred conjunction. There is even a verse where the gods come together at the beginning of a Yuga to set the order of things, reminding us how sacred the start of a cycle was. Only later in the Mahabharata and Puranas does the 4 Yuga structure emerges. Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, but we'll go deeper into that in the next episode. For now, here's what I want you to take away. A Yuga isn't just a number, it's not just a line in a book, it's a pulse, a rhythm of time that beats in sync with nature, the moon and even our breath. This cyclical view of time is the foundation of Vedic astrology. When we look at dashas, transits or muhurtas, we are tuning into these cycles. We are finding the right time, the right moment by understanding the rhythm of time. That's why in Vedic thought, time isn't running out, it's returning. Every dawn comes back, every full moon reappears. Even Kali Yuga with all its chaos has its place in the rhythm. It's not a mistake, it's a moment and it too shall pass. So before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. Yuga started as Yugma, a pair like day and night. Our rishis saw time as rhythmic and cyclical, not linear. The earliest texts hinted at natural patterns and turning points. Over time, the idea grew into the grand time cycles we know today. In our next video, I will dive into the four main yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, and see how each one represents a distinct chapter in the cosmic story. If you found this video insightful, do like, share and subscribe to Astroscience, and let me know in the comments, what does the idea of cyclical time mean to you? Until then, stay tuned, stay curious and stay aligned with the rhythm of time. Dhanyawadaha.